And so we've been talking a lot about being on the water, but a lot of times, summertime injuries, we have a lot of people that are congregating at people's houses and enjoying and having sleepovers with the kids that are now out of school and riding ATVs. And I think we just got an email question sent to us about an ATV, I believe it is. Guys, can you put that up there? Okay. We let our son's friend, 16, 17-year-old, ride our ATV. We made him wear a helmet and told him multiple times to slow down. He still wrecked and totaled it. We asked him to pay the deductible, $500. It's been over a month and we've settled the claim with our insurance. His mother is now asking that we submit the cost of his medical test. She's also hedging on paying the deductible. The problem is we've already settled. Are we obligated to do anything else, Tony?
So there's a lot in there. Whether or not there is a settlement depends on what it is. So
right.
A lot of times we get a case where somebody's still dealing with their vehicle that needs to be repaired or totaled, and technically you can settle your property damage portion without affecting your injury claim.
Right.
So that's the big thing that we deal with.
Well, it sounds like Tony has already resolved the property damage, but if the young kid has been injured and he was given permission to drive it and he's underage, that could be another issue that Tony needs to be aware of as well.
And there's a whole nother thing, like whether or not there is a settlement. If it is someone who's younger than 18, you need court approval in certain situations where if you settled the case over a certain threshold, but the court didn't actually approve it, then there's not a valid settlement. So you could still hire an attorney in that situation to still pursue a claim because they didn't follow the actual rules you're supposed to whenever a minor is involved.
So Tony, I guess the advice would be, it's kind of walking on eggshells here a little bit, because you may have resolved your property damage claim, but if the young man was injured and has any type of physical, personal injuries, he may file a claim against your insurance for his own injuries. So, need to weigh that a little bit and consider that, and you may have to just eat that $500. But, it's up to you, but you can always ask them. But getting someone to pay a deductible sometimes a little tough.
It can be, and we deal with that mostly in car wreck cases, but even with ATVs, there's homeowners involved, but there's usually a $500 or $1,000 deductible. But if there's another person at fault, they should be responsible if you go through your insurance company and actually total out the vehicle or get it repaired.
Well, let's just stay on that for just a second. And some sound advice. There's a lot of parents, they let their children on jet skis, or they let them on boats, or they let them on ATVs or side-by-sides, and even golf carts. And you really, really, really need to make sure that you are understanding who you're giving those keys or that permission over to, because a lot of times when a minor makes an accident or causes an accident or makes a mistake, sometimes those mistakes are very, very, very tragic in nature and very catastrophic. And so, over the years of practicing, we've had cases where people have slid off of an ATV and broken their leg and really, really nasty injury, rolling them over, all kind of issues, and even sometimes death. And so, as a rule of thumb in our law firm, our friends and family, we always tell everybody, say, look, don't even let somebody even use your ATV or golf cart. I mean, that's...
And we run into it, mostly it's younger, I say kids, but 15, 16, 17-year-olds who don't even have experience driving on the road, and now they're on an ATV where there may or may not be seatbelts.
Right.
They're on a road or in the backyard or on the farm or on, just in the woods somewhere, where they're operating at a high rate of speed. And if they take the wrong turn and somebody flies off, there is all sorts of things that can actually happen. Or if you roll over, like you mentioned, there are very significant injuries. So I would say is make sure whoever's driving it knows what they're doing is the big thing.
And you never know about the individual that they may not be seen by the other car. We've had that issue a lot of times.
We've also had that, yeah.